Hi everyone, I'm back, and today I'm doing a book review on 100 Hair-Raising Little Horror Stories. Now I have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to do for this video. This is going to be an overall review of this book, and then I'm probably going to do some reviews of the individual stories in this book later. Because it's a pretty big book. Well, it's not a big book, but like there's a ton of stories in here. Because it's a anthology of short stories, all horror stories by various authors, and I can make reviews for each individual story. And what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna review the authors in this book, each story that they've written. But first, I'm just gonna give you a little information about the book. This book was published in 1993. It's an anthology of various authors selected by Al Serantonio and Martin H. Greenberg. Serantonio wrote some stories in this book, and he put them in his own anthology. And there are a lot of authors that have stories in this book. For example, Washington Irving, also Chet Williamson, Ambrose Bierce, Mark Twain, H.P. Lovecraft. My God, I really just say that. Okay, I'm sorry. Lovecraft. Whatever. Anyway, also Edgar Allan Poe, and then some more contemporary ones like there's, let's see, Richard Lehman, William F. Nolan, and Nancy Holder also has a story in here, and also someone named Saki. I'm not sure who he is or she. I don't know. I guess I'll have to research him and maybe do some reviews of the two stories that are in this book. But yeah, basically it's just a bunch of short stories. It's like 500 pages. My friend got this for me for my birthday, and it was really cheap. It was at Barnes & Noble, and it was in the bargain section, I believe. And here's a little look at the font. It's pretty decent size, and you get a lot for your money since it's in hardcover, and there are a lot of stories in here. Like, let's see how many. Oh, I can't even count them all, but I wonder how many horror stories are in the book 100 Hair-Raising Little Horror Stories. Idiot. There's the first page of all the stories, and then the second and third page. So you get a good amount of story in here. And what I like about short stories is you can read them, and you can read one of them and then put it down and not pick it up for a few weeks if you don't want to. It's not like doesn't take a lot of effort to read. It's something you can read very casually. You don't have to focus on the whole book. I haven't read the whole book, obviously. I've read a little bit of the short stories. Read quite a few actually, but yeah, it's a good book. If you like short stories, this is definitely a good one, and it's all horror stories. So if you're a fan of horror stories, then I would definitely recommend this book. It's great. There are a few contemporary authors, but, there's a few, older authors like Edgar Allan Poe and Mark Twain. So it's got a good variety, and I liked it. I like this book. I need to read more of it, but some of the stories in here have pretty interesting titles. One which I want to review is called Ants, and it's by Chet Williamson. I'll do a separate video for that one, maybe reviewing all of his stories. Then you have some, just to say a few, Feeding Time. Oh, that's strange. There are two different stories called Feeding Time by different authors. Huh. And Mark Twain wrote a story called A Ghost Story. Just simply a ghost story. Oh, here's a funny one. It's called Give Her Hell by Donald A. Wollheim. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his last name right, but that's a pretty Pretty interesting title. I might have to read that one. The Hound by H.P. Lovecraft, and then some more notable ones. Let's see if I can find one by Edgar Allan Poe. The Facts in the Case of M. Valdemar, and where's this other story? I'm trying to find it. Oh, The Oval Portrait and Beatrice, that's the other one I was thinking of. So it's got a few of his short stories, and I also have some more of Edgar Allan Poe's short stories in another horror book that I have with an anthology of novels, actually, classic novels, and I can do a review of that too. Well, not really, because I haven't read any of those stories yet, but sometime maybe. And what's really kind of funny about this is it has a really short introduction. You know, here's the introduction right here, one short paragraph, or three actually, but whatever. But like usually the introductions usually go on and on and on for like 6 pages or something, and it's like, I just want to read the book, I don't want to read the introduction. But this one doesn't give you any BS, it's just, there it is, read it if you want, now go get into the story. It starts out with Washington Irving's stories, and then I'm not sure if it's in order from author or anything, I think it's just random. But yeah, as you can see, it's a fairly decent sized book, it's in hardcover. Here's the spine of the regular hardcover, nothing really special, it's kind of dirty, but like, messy, I don't know why. It was a used book, so, but that's okay. I like used books. I always love to buy used books. So, that's my overall review of 100 Hair-Raising Little Horror Stories, just the book, kind of telling you a little bit about it, and then I'll do some individual reviews later on of, you know, all the stories, not all of them, but, you know, maybe just focusing on a few of them and telling you the ones that I liked once I read some more. So, if you like horror or short stories at all, then this is definitely one for you. Like I said, it's in hardcover, so it's pretty cool. And I like the cover, too. I think that's an awesome cover. Very eerie and dark. Oh, and on the back you can see the skull, kind of. I don't know if you can tell if that's a skull or not, but it looks like to me. Like the outline of the green. Maybe you can't tell because it's all dirty, but I like that. But yeah, that's basically my review of the overall book, and like I said, I'll do some individual reviews later on. Maybe this weekend, maybe I can squeeze it in. But that's all I have to say. I'm going to be doing my Mass Effect 2 review tomorrow, hopefully a little bit earlier than 8:30 at night. Sorry I always do these videos late, I don't know, lack of motivation. But I have nothing else to say. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow with my review of Mass Effect 2, like I just said like 3 seconds ago. And yeah, so have a nice day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.